Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm going to be doing my LiveText e-portfolio presentation. So to start off, we're going to start off on my professional profile. For my pre-professional, I wrote, my name is Emma, and I am currently a sophomore working to get my degree in elementary education. I currently work at a daycare in Greenwood, Arkansas, and I teach 3-year-olds. I've wanted to be a teacher since elementary school, and I am set to graduate May of 2028. So I currently do work at a daycare in Greenwood, and I am the main teacher in a 3-year-old classroom. So it's definitely good experience for when I have my own classroom when I graduate. So for my post-professional, I added my why I want to be a teacher from my PLN, and I basically say that one of my favorite methods is differentiation, which is a strategy to make sure all students' learning needs are met. And I think that creating a safe relationship with all my students where they can feel included in the classroom is very important for an effective teacher. And then I included my resume at the bottom. That just includes my work history, hobbies, what I'm good at, my accomplishments, and education. And next, we're on classroom management. So I got these posters from online, and a lot of them relate to some of the posters I have in my classroom at my work. So for my classroom rules, I have be kind, listen to your teacher, keep your desk tidy, respect other people's things, have a positive attitude, and be a friend. I think these are 6 simple but effective rules for a classroom. And next on my procedures, I wanted to do something that was a little more interactive for my kids. So it gives you a scenario and then you ask, what would you do about that? And I think that is a way to involve the kids and have it be a little more of an interactive activity instead of just a lecture. And next we have consequences. I have this poster that has an if and then a then statement. So for example, if you are disrupting others, you may be asked to move or sit next to the teacher. If you are not completing your work, you will be asked to complete this during Fun Friday. Just some if and then that students can look at and think, oh, if I do this, then this is going to be my consequence. And on classroom technology tools, I put Google Classroom. I used Google Classroom K through 12, and it was a good app that I remember was super easy to use, and it involved, you can do quizzes, assignments, tests. There's so many options you can do in Google Classroom, and it's very simple to use. So now we're on assessment. So on the pre-assessment, I put that it's a process of checking students' knowledge and understanding before a lesson. I put Google Forms, Kahoot, and Mentimeter. I hope I am saying that right. Google Forms is just a great website where you can create your own quizzes or tests to see what students already know. And Kahoot is also an effective site where you can create your own quizzes to see what students already know. It's also really fun and entertaining, so your students will stay engaged. And then Mentimeter is a website where students can do live quizzes or polls before a lesson to check what they already know about the topic that's being discussed. Then for formative assessment, I said that it is taken during a lesson to check for students' understanding to make sure they are understanding the lesson. It involves the use of homework, discussions, and quizzes. So the formative assessment is kind of in the middle. You have the beginning, middle, and end. Informative is kind of in that middle, that you're in the middle of the lesson. You want to check if they're understanding. And I put Nearpod, Bookit, and Gimkit as my 3 examples. Nearpod gives teachers the opportunity to make lessons that are interactive for students. You can make quizzes, polls, and so much more. It is a great site for teachers to check students for understanding. And I put Bookit is a fun, interactive game students can participate in to check for understanding on a specific topic or lesson. And then Gimkit is very similar to Bookit and Kahoot. It involves quizzes that teachers can use to check for students' understanding. And then we have the summative assessment, which is an evaluation that is taken at the end of a lesson to check if students comprehended the lesson after it is finished. This can include final exams, midterms, and projects. So I put Google Classroom, Google Slides, and Prezi. Google Classroom is a great way for students to submit projects and assignments, which can show what students have learned throughout the year. And Google Slides can be used for final projects and presentations. And then Prezi is like Google Slides, but it has a more creative outlook to it. It's a way for students to create online presentations for final projects. It includes a more fun and interactive way to make presentations as well. And then we have assistive technology. So first we have speech-to-text software apps, and I put Google Voice Typing, Dictation IO, and then Apple Dictation. So Google Voice Typing allows students to use their voices instead of typing to search online. It is completely free and known to be very accurate. Dictation IO is a site where you can speak to have it translated to text. And then Apple Dictation only works for Apple products, but it converts spoken words to text. So speech to text is you speak into your device and then it types it into text for you. So these are some 3 sites that I found that are good for speech to text. And then text to speech, I put Speechify, CaptiVoice, and Microsoft Immersive Reader. And Speechify is an app that uses AI to convert text to be read out loud. It can be useful for viewers to listen to the text instead of reading it. And then CaptiVoice can read documents, books, and web pages out loud to students. And then Microsoft Immersive Reader simplifies reading and helps students understand what they are reading better. This tool offers a text-to-speech option. So text-to-speech is text that is already written and then converts it to be read out loud through an AI. Normally, it has a generated voice to read it out loud for you. And then we have assistive technology resources for teachers. So I have understood.org, IRIS Center, Department of Education, and then the AEM Center. So understood.org is an online app that helps build skills and confidence for people with learning and thinking disabilities. The IRIS Center, Department of Education, offers free videos and modules educating both students and educators on disabilities and practices that have been proven to be efficient. So I really like the IRIS Center because it has modules that you can do, so it's kind of more interactive than just watching videos. And then the AEM Center offers many resources on how to make learning accessible for all students. So all content can be accessible for all students, and these are AEM Center offers a bunch of resources that can teach you how to do that. So that was my LiveText ePortfolio presentation.